how to understand the Capricorn woman. So I had actually did this whole thing before, right? Literally, the video was 25 plus minutes, around 26 minutes. I had dropped so much knowledge, so much information. So in essence, I'm going to have to essentially split it up, right? Between how to understand the Capricorn woman, how to understand the Capricorn man. But the Capricorn woman is the type of woman that needs her respect. Capricorns want three things the most, and they'll be happy: respect, to be loved, and to be admired. Three different aspects of the same thing, but they're different in their own right, yet same. And the reason why it is I'm saying that in the first place is because Capricorn represents the north, right? And a lot of people may be asking yourself, the north of what? This woman being the ultimate businesswoman along with Cancer crabs. Remember, Cancer crabs are pulling from the opposite polarity of Capricorn, right? The 10th house of Capricorn represents business, industry, hierarchy. Ooh, I gotta cut this. Business, industry, hierarchy, right? As well as riches, family, money, inheritance, right? Along with Scorpio is inheritance. And running industries, like I said. So Earth represents north. Earth represents the point of manifestation. Now we're going to get into some serious magic here, okay? And I'm going to explain to you why that is. Because as you can see here, this five-pointed star, the five-pointed star, i.e. the Moors, the five-pointed star, right, that's on the Moorish flag, which ironically is used in magic, ironically, stands for the elements. Each geographical or each direction stands for a particular point and an element. You have the south representing water, the west representing air, right? You have the east representing fire, and you have the earth representing the north, the top, the hierarchy of the pyramid, the top of the pyramid. Or it can go this way too, the pyramid. The element in which all the other three elements listen to. And the reason why that is because, and you may even notice this in the Game of Thrones, right? They call Jon Snow the King of the North. Wink, wink, hint, hint. And Jon Snow in real life is Kit Harington, actually is a Capricorn. Wink, wink, hint, hint. So with this element of earth, the other elements, whether it's air, fire, or water, gets its orders, its marching orders from earth. Because earth is not only the physical not only is it the place that all the other elements can actually represent itself, can be seen, touched, felt, heard, smelled, things of this nature. It can actually manifest itself. But earth actually gives direction to that. So what happens here is that you have to give earth its due because of that. I told you, I said I was going in. I told y'all I'm going in. This is going to be groundbreaking. So when you deal with that in the Capricorn man, the Capricorn woman, you need to respect these people. You have to take into consideration the things that they say. You have to take into consideration who they are and what they want. Because if you don't, you're going to go ahead and miss on out. Because these people, especially when they're in their right mind and they're on top of their game, they reveal secrets to you in life. Now, the Capricorn, right, just in general, the Capricorn is going to go through a very difficult road especially for the things that they planned, and especially if the things that they planned are long term. If they want that level of power and hierarchy, the ability to tell people what to do from the top, them representing the top down, everybody else is beneath them in the regards of they're the ones that's on the top floor. That's a road, my dear Capricorns, that y'all are going to have to travel. And it's going to be a very difficult road. Now, in magic, just as I was comparing it again, there's that comparison again. The color of manifestation is green, earth colors. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Brown. And you can see Capricorns usually wearing brown or earth greens. The sneakers that I have here, this scarab is the zodiac sign of Cancer crabs. The bottom part, right, is green. The red represents the activation, right? Right? Fire. The bottom part represents the earth. The scarab represents the water, okay? And the white represents the air. And as you can see, the green and the red and the black and the blue. You understand what I'm saying? So the elements is even on this, is a representation on even the sneaker. Why is that important? That's important because that's going to show you the magical manifestations. Sorry about that. That's going to show you the magical manifestations that the Capricorn woman is going to have in her life, going from a state in which when they first start out, it's a very arduous and difficult road, to now, the more she travels this road, the more she puts in work, the more she learns from her mistakes, implements them. Capricorn man, the same thing, is the more you're going to start to see them rise in power and in hierarchy. People are going to want to listen to what they have to say. In Masonry, the Baphomet, not even in Masonry, just the Baphomet, that so many people are afraid of, represents Saturn. And Saturn is known as the black planet, a Moorish planet. You see, a Moorish planet, representing the magical aspects that comes along with it. Now, when you bring all this type of energy into a being, she is worthy of her respect, admiration, especially when she's on her game, worthy of her respect, admiration, and love. But the Capricorn woman has to learn to be strong. Not just in public, but in private as well. Because the Capricorn woman can be depressed, unhappy. Because especially when she goes into her private life, when no one is watching, she's the type of woman who will end up crying because of how arduous the road has been. Here's the thing. The Capricorn also represents spirituality and state. That's why the Capricorn, especially when they're on their game, like Ghost, Power, Ghost, who is a Capricorn, Omari Hardwick is a Capricorn in real life. He attained the highest aspect that Capricorns aspire to be, world domination, the governor. They control the world now. They control the world now. Okay, that's not gray in my beard. Okay, cool. They control the world now. So The ninth house is ruled by Sagittarius, which rules religion and spirituality. Spirituality also is with Pisces as well, but Pisces and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Spirituality or religion, one of the two. Sagittarius more so rules religion. Pisces more so rules spirituality. That's why Pisces is things, I can get into that. That's why Pisces is things unseen, which is a whole other science attached to that. And then you have Sagittarius, which is the religion. But this is why it is that churches don't lose their property, because church and the state, government, Capricorn, and church, Sagittarius, 9th house and 10th house, right next to each other, one after the other, are connected at the hip. They go hand in hand. You cannot separate church and state. So with that aspect, the Capricorn also represents greed in one sense, because the money without the spiritual or the religious basis, the 9th house or the 10th house, Sagittarius or Pisces, means that you are without a soul. You do not have what? Directions to be able to know where you are and where you're going. Because if you fall into the south represents the realm of the spirit, the collective unconscious, necromancy, communicating with the people who have since passed on. That's why Pisces rules getting out of the body, the transition, the afterlife. Water. Remember what I said? Water is south. Oh, I didn't even write water, but water is south. You see what I'm saying? You see? So when you bring that into a person now, what you have is a person who is going to need a form of a spiritual basis, as we all do. That's what Capricorn represents. You cannot attain finances and an absorbent amount of finances if you don't have spirituality. You need one with the other. Because if you don't have spirituality, you can't get finances. Why? Because spirituality, wink, wink, hint, hint, is at the top down. The pyramid, the Egyptian pyramid, the triangle that the pyramid represents, you have the 10 life values. Shout outs to Crimson Cure for that. But you have the 10 life values, and I know my triangle isn't perfect, whatever, I don't care. Here, it's actually flipped. The triangle is actually flipped upside down, with being at the top spirituality and at the bottom being wealth, for the real magicians, the people who really know what they're doing. So in essence, since you're north, you're actually sitting up here commanding the top and the rest of the entire pyramid from the top down, as opposed to you starting here, which is wealth. Excuse me, here, which is wealth. Or if you're, or I should say, if you're orientating this way would be wealth. And then you're getting spirituality at the top. No, it doesn't work that way. Because if you're trying to gain spirituality at the bottom here, but you're spiritualizing wealth, you're going to end up really messing yourself up, and you're not going to go anywhere. Yes, I'm a lefty. And you're not going to go anywhere due to the fact that, remember, you cannot incarnate it and manifest it that way. It has to be from spirituality down to wealth. Wealth being the least most important, spirituality being at the top, meaning the most important. So effectively, what it is that you have here is at the bottom. If you're doing it that way, you see a lot of these celebrities like Nicolas Cage, who happens to be a Capricorn. They get the finances starting here at the bottom, right? Trying to attain spirituality spirituality through their cash. And what it is that you see is Nicolas Cage bought a house in every country in the world, and there's 196 countries on planet Earth. You could look it up. And Nicolas Cage went bankrupt because of it. Because there was no direction, which is what Capricorn and the earth signs in general, Virgo and Taurus, also represent. The ability to stand here, and which is the north, which is the earth, or I guess you could say, you could still flip it. Wherever earth is where north is. Either way it goes. And still be able to comfortably stand here at north and manifest it. So Nicolas Cage lost everything. I'm going to go ahead and do some more knowledge in the other video, but how to understand the Capricorn woman, worthy of respect.